Heather Locklear's journey from stardom to personal tragedy reflects the complex duality of fame and the untold battles many stars face behind closed doors. Born on September 25, 1961, in Los Angeles, California, Heather's upbringing in the San Fernando Valley was shaped by the balance of discipline from her Marine father, Bill Locklear, and the creative influence of her mother, Diane, who worked as a production executive at Disney. This blend of structure and creativity fostered Heather's strong sense of self, but her teenage years were far from perfect. While she excelled in school and extracurricular activities, she was plagued by insecurities, struggling with acne, braces, and a sense of not fitting in. Despite this, Heather's natural charisma shone through when she performed, hinting at the star she would become. Her path to fame, however, was nothing short of serendipitous, with an unexpected modeling gig in college steering her toward acting. Early career, the struggles behind the scenes. Heather's entry into Hollywood was not without its challenges. After starting as a model, she quickly transitioned into acting, landing the role of Sammy Jo Carrington on the iconic 1980s primetime soap opera Dynasty. Initially, her acting was less than polished. She struggled with stage fright and an overly high-pitched voice that lacked the gravity required for her character. Yet, Heather's determination to succeed was unwavering. She took vocal lessons and spent countless hours refining her craft. As a result, her portrayal of Sammy Jo, a seductive, manipulative character, quickly became a favorite, catapulting her into the limelight. Over the next decade, Heather would go on to become one of TV's most beloved and recognizable faces. Dynasty was just the beginning of a career that would eventually span multiple iconic TV shows, including Melrose Place and Spin City. The peak of fame, Melrose Place, and cultural impact. By the 1990s, Heather was a household name, thanks to her defining role as Amanda Woodward on Melrose Place. Initially intended to appear in only a handful of episodes, Heather's performance became so pivotal that she was made a permanent cast member. Her sharp, no-nonsense character was a perfect fit for the increasingly dramatic series, drawing millions of viewers each week. Ratings skyrocketed, and Heather was nominated for multiple Golden Globe Awards, solidifying her status as the queen of primetime television. The media couldn't get enough of her. She was on the covers of magazines, hailed as one of Hollywood's most iconic TV stars. But behind the scenes, the pressures of fame, long hours, and personal struggles began to take their toll on Heather. Despite the adoration of fans, she faced deep personal battles that would continue to define her life. Hollywood's glittering facade, the dark side of fame. While Heather's career flourished in the public eye, her personal life began to unravel. As a sought-after actress, she was constantly in the spotlight, but this attention came with its own set of challenges. In the midst of her skyrocketing fame, Heather married Motley Crue's drummer, Tommy Lee, in a highly publicized ceremony. Their romance seemed like something out of a rock and roll fantasy, but it quickly descended into turmoil. Despite their glamorous wedding and larger-than-life persona, their relationship was marked by violent outbursts, substance abuse, and emotional turmoil. While Tommy Lee boasted about their wild antics, the reality of their marriage was far darker. Heather endured physical and emotional pain, desperately trying to salvage a relationship that ultimately ended in 1993. The marriage left Heather scarred, both emotionally and mentally, and she would later speak about the impact of their turbulent years together. A new love. Marriage to Richie Sambora. After her divorce from Tommy Lee, Heather's love life seemed to take a turn for the better when she married Richie Sambora, the guitarist for Bon Jovi. Their marriage appeared to be a fairy tale romance, one that many in Hollywood envied. The couple's union was marked by their undeniable chemistry and shared success, with Heather at the height of her career, and Richie as a rock icon. Their marriage was celebrated as one of the most beautiful in Hollywood, and in 1997, they welcomed a daughter, Ava Sambora. For a time, it seemed like the perfect family, picture perfect on magazine covers and in the eyes of the public. However, behind the glittering facade, cracks were beginning to show. Richie's constant touring and Heather's hectic filming schedule created a strain on their relationship, and the couple's marriage slowly began to deteriorate. The breakdown of Heather and Richie's marriage. By 2006, after 11 years of marriage, Heather filed for divorce from Richie Sambora. The decision shocked the public, especially since the couple had previously denied rumors of trouble in their relationship. However, the pressures of their respective careers and the emotional toll of their time together had taken a heavy toll on their marriage. The divorce was finalized, with Heather seeking custody of their young daughter, Ava. Richie's reaction to the divorce added fuel to the fire as he publicly downplayed the situation, claiming everything was fine at home. This inconsistency between public appearances and private realities further shocked fans and media alike. The real shock came later when it was revealed that Richie quickly began a relationship with Denise Richards, Heather's former best friend. This betrayal cut deeper than anyone could have imagined, leaving Heather to deal with both the end of her marriage and the loss of a close friendship. A mother's pain. The impact of Ava's revelation. The emotional pain of Heather's broken marriage was amplified by her daughter, Ava, who later opened up about the struggles she witnessed during her childhood. The revelation from Ava that she had witnessed her mother's emotional turmoil was one of the most heartbreaking aspects of Heather's journey. As a mother, Heather had always tried to shield her daughter from the harsh realities of her life in the public eye. But as Ava grew older, she began to see the pain that her mother had endured. For Heather, this revelation was a blow harder than any public scandal. The wounds that she had carried privately were now exposed, and the public's perception of her as the glamorous television star was forever altered. Yet, it was her daughter's honesty and vulnerability that allowed Heather to confront her past and begin healing in ways she had never been able to before. Resilience in the face of adversity. Despite the personal and public challenges that Heather faced, she demonstrated remarkable resilience. Her ability to bounce back from one setback after another showcased the strength of character that had always defined her, even in her most vulnerable moments. After the collapse of her marriage to Richie Sambora, Heather continued to reinvent herself. She found new opportunities in television, taking on roles that allowed her to break free from her typecasting as the glamorous soap opera star. Heather's role in Boston Legal from 2007 to 2009 marked a shift in her career as she embraced more mature, complex characters. This change proved that Heather was more than just a pretty face on a television screen. She was a versatile actress capable of taking on serious, nuanced roles. Through it all, Heather remained determined to maintain her career and her dignity, proving that she was not defined by the tragedies she had endured. Heather's legacy, a complex icon. As time went on, Heather's career began to wind down, but her legacy as a television icon remained. She had navigated the highs and lows of Hollywood with grace and resilience. Her roles in Dynasty, Melrose Place, and Spin City had made her a household name, and her presence on television had been a constant source of entertainment for millions of viewers. However, behind the cameras and the glamorous photo shoots was a woman who had faced heartbreak, betrayal, and personal struggles. Despite the obstacles she encountered, Heather never gave up on her craft or her ability to evolve as an actress. In many ways, Heather Locklear's story is a reflection of the darker side of fame, the loneliness, the betrayals, and the emotional scars that often remain hidden beneath the glittering surface. Yet, through it all, she managed to maintain a level of strength and resilience that is rare in the entertainment industry, making her a true testament to the complexities of fame and personal growth.